It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's another freaking Superman teaser trailer, and we're going to watch it, and we're going to figure out whether we like it or we don't like it. And if you don't like what we have to say, you can kiss our butts. But also, please feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, because we're watching the teaser trailer, the official sneak peek clip, the official whatever you want to call it. It's a trailer, gosh dang it. Just call it a trailer of Superman. Wait, this is an official clip? Is this instead of a trailer? Okay, it's still the trailer. I don't know why they call it an official sneak peek. Whatever. We're watching.
Just press play.
Thank you, TJ.
Yeah, just press play. Oh, look at the ice. Look at the snow.
What if that's all sand?
Oh,
you know, some people do that.
Yeah. What if it's all cocaine?
Or potato shaving. This isn't the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Superman has a drug problem.
Superman has a real drug problem.
I mean, look at him. He's just sitting there.
This is Marshall Mathers, the Superman.
Coming off a bender.
Oh, that's a hell of a bender.
That's a hell of a bender.
That's not how you do drugs.
That 8-ball might have had something in it.
Don't spit in it.
Superman can bleed?
I can get bruised. I've never seen a bruised Superman. But here comes his doggy.
Get along, little doggy.
I actually considered naming my dog Crypto.
No, he's a good puppers.
Yeah.
That's a legit dog.
Yeah. Anyone who's a dog owner knows this feeling.
Yeah.
He's got superpowers. He's not super smart. He's just dogs.
He's still a dog. He's just strong.
Take me home.
Why are y'all beat up?
At some point, Crypto's going to realize, hey, something's wrong.
Yeah. Where's my snack for being a good boy?
He's a dog. He's never going to realize something's wrong.
Is this literally just an entire 5 minutes of Crypto?
Crypto harassing his owner.
There you go, Crypto. Good boy. No, who's a good boy? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's just part of the Fortress of Solitude and how it forms.
I guess it goes away when he's not there.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, is it not just there?
I mean, that makes sense to say hidden.
Yeah, I guess if it's just
Not
there,
one.
like anybody could show up.
Well, I started saying not one satellite in the 80s picked up on that in 4 movies.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if it's just there, they're gonna start getting Jehovah's Witnesses, like every now and then.
The Antarctic branch of Jehovah's.
The Antarctic bridge of Jehovah's Witnesses. Well, no, a lesser known bridge, but
Ooh, who's this? Or who are these?
it's a bunch of C-3POs.
Oh no. They better become brainiacs at some
No need
point.
to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it. We have
We're robots. We are.
merely automatons here to serve.
Is that Alan Tudyk?
She's new.
Sounds like him.
He looked at me.
They have personalities. That's dangerous
Sort of.
for
The one
robots.
didn't.
Kidney, large intestine, lungs.
With a healthy
Superman
dose
got
of
his
yellow
ass kicked.
sun, we'll have you
Didn't
up
think
and
he had
at it
any
in
of
no
those
time.
things.
You know, I've never actually thought about, does he share similar internal organs
292
to us?
times Saharan Prime, please, one.
What makes him powerful would kill an ant.
So we know he can get beat up at least, and he can bleed. So does that give him one hell of a sunburn?
Nice tan, probably.
Nice tan.
He could use a nice tan. He's a very pale man. I just like the big eyeball in the background.
It's like, yeah, I'm just not gonna pay attention to it.
Up.
Superman.
Oh no, his robot boy gets broken. There were a lot of close-up shots of people's faces.
Yeah. Was one of them Nathan Fillion with a wig?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing
he
Guy
plays,
Gardner.
Guy Gardner,
Okay.
one of the Lantern.
Yeah.
Lantern
The Green
boys.
Lantern nobody likes, apparently.
Well, with that haircut, can you blame him?
Yeah, you know.
Let's see. Do they have the title? Was the title here somewhere? We'll just do James Gunn. There you go. From director James Gunn. James Gunn.
Superman.
James
I like
Gunn.
how looks like they've redone the logo too a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. They're James Gunn. If anything, you can make commentary on him about. He's gonna be super nerdy about the comic book accuracy. But before we get too deep into that sauce, let us Superman ourselves down the line as we go from TJ to Jared, then myself, giving our commentary about how we feel, thought, express this trailer. TJ, how'd you feel about this trailer?
I liked it. I liked the crypto scene. I thought that was great. I liked that they're kind of bringing back some of the comic book stuff with like the robots in the Fortress of Solitude. Just like what Jared even pointed out with like the Superman logo being a different Superman logo than what we're seeing, than what we've seen for years and years and years. Still, it doesn't give anything aside a more in-depth look of Crypto, the Fortress of Solitude, than it did like the last trailer. It's pretty much all the same scenes rehashed. You get to hear Lex speak for the first time, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Man, it's just I want to see it. I want to see the movie. It makes me want to see it even more.
All right, Jared, this is you now. You're the man of stealing the attention of this conversation. Go.
So I was, before we watched it, I was kind of, because I asked the question, I'm like, why do we have to have another one? So I was kind of apprehensive going into this, thinking, okay, it's another Superman movie, and it very much probably is. But I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know if I ever watched any of the Man of Steel movies like start to finish in one setting. Like I've seen them all, but they've been broken up. Like it was on and I'd be like, okay, I'll watch this for a little bit. Then I changed the channel. I knew enough about him. I knew enough. It was a Superman movie. Okay, this looks kind of cool. Judging by this trailer though, it kind of does get me excited again. It feels like a new beginning in a way, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Again, with the slightly different logo, it kind of hits the high notes here. You get Crypto, which I don't know. Again, with Man of Steel, I don't know if Crypto's ever been in any of the other Superman movies or not. I know he was not in the original 4, but I don't know. I'm pretty excited about this. It kind of piqued my interest, which is what a good trailer does.
Well, yeah, so this is Crypto's first live-action appearance in film. Not counting cartoons. I'm sure he's been in a cartoon film. But live-action film, first time for Crypto. Listen, I feel like I said this last time when we did the original teaser, but there's just something about a DC universe, especially a Superman movie, where there are so many different and popping, vibrant colors. I feel like we have gotten so inundated with a moody, depressed, gray-scaled, gray-filtered DC universe that we've always had to feel that everything has to be gritty. Batman has to be gritty. You know who doesn't and shouldn't be gritty? The Man of Steel, Superman, who literally wears the S that I think means like hope in his language on Krypton. Like he's supposed to be someone that inspires us, right? We're sure you can be fearful of him because he's a god among humans, but what he does is he tries to do all the most virtuous things. So I like that we're going back to that. Now, will I miss Henry Cavill? Of course. Will I miss some of the edge that was trying to pop up in previous Superman movies? Sure. Am I going to give this an honest and earnest shot? Hell yeah. Because again, I like what they're doing. I like that this is a Superman movie, but this is also an entry point to a whole world. I like that out of all the Superman movies, this is the first time where it feels like an actual DC universe is developing around it. You see that moment where he's sharing a date with Lois Lane. He goes to kiss her while Guy Gardner with his Green Lantern ring is outside fighting a big eyeball neon creature. Like, the world feels so much more connected, and I think that's awesome, because you know what? That's something that Marvel sometimes struggled to do. Marvel doesn't just show that the world is continuing to happen around it. It has to happen in the scene with the primary character, otherwise, is it really happening? So I think this is an interesting take from someone that maybe stole some stuff from the Marvel Studios to start building his own with James Gunn. So I'm excited to see how this goes. I think I mentioned this in the previous trailer, or the teaser that we watched of this, that out of anyone that understands the assignment of trying to navigate the complexities that come with a whole smattering of characters that have different priority scales in terms of the show, he's someone that shows you he can do it. Now, he did it with characters that none of us originally had any investment in with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then after he established that investment, he was able to continue that balance onward. Now, this is a different animal. People have some very serious thoughts about a lot of the primary DC characters that are popping up in this, most assuredly Superman. So people are already nitpicking the costume, don't like the collar, don't like the trunks. Listen, I'm not sitting there grading his fashion, because out of everything I could grade, that not the Man of Steel I choose to be in my life. He can wear a dress. No, he can't wear a dress. Please don't put Superman in a dress.
Isn't he Supergirl? Or is he?
Well, there'll be a Supergirl movie thing, so let her do that thing.
Supposedly, Supergirl is actually supposed to appear in this movie at some point.
She's blonde and hot nowadays, so I'm all
I
for
think
it.
it's the girl who played in House of the Dragon.
Again,
Millie Alec?
I'm all
Or Alcock?
for it.
Yeah,
Millie
that's it.
Alcock?
Yeah.
Well, excuse me? Excuse me?
I don't. That's how it's spelled.
What is she doing to my what?
Sorry, Millie. I apologize for my brother's dastardly behavior here. We can't help it that cock is in your name.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything. All right, let's see what the YouTube comments are saying. Realistic encounter with the dog when you want to listen to you and calm down, but it just wants to play. Yes, that's what we said. Like, listen, it's not a big part of the movie, but the fact that right there, those that 2.5 minutes of a realistic little moment, was it too long? Maybe. Was it realistic? Hell yeah. Crypto ended up breaking most of those 14 bones. Love the dog. Yeah. This looks like the kind of movie the kids are going to the theater might look back on fondly when they've grown older. It's nice to see. That's an interesting thought point that I don't ever really reflect in my own assessment of films, of like, hey, for a younger audience, could this be this keystone moment movie where they look back on it and say, do you remember that? Like, do you remember our Superman and the dog beat the piss out of him? And like, that's what shaped my childhood. Crypto jumps and hurts Superman, Lex Luthor, and Darkseid. Good dog.
Good dog.
I never thought I'd ever see Crypto in a live action movie. Well, now you have. Saying thank you to Unconscious Robot was the most Superman ever. Yeah. I love how realistic Crypto is. Yep. As a lifelong fan of Superman, this feels like a mix of several eras and versions of Superman from the writers that knew the character best. I can't wait. I love the retro-futuristic style that they brought back for the Fortress of Solitude and the Kryptonian automatons. There you go. It's one of my favorite parts of DC. Listen, not just that, but it feels like the rest of the movie, from what we've seen of the trailer so far, everything kind of has this lost in translation, like pseudo modern yet pseudo timeless feel. Like, cause some of the stuff, like some of the people, the way they dress, some of the things that they're like, it feels kind of out of place, but feels in place in this universe. Whatever. I'm getting too caught up. Let's do thumbs. Boys, we're gonna give a thumbs up, thumbs down about this trailer on the count of 3. Put your thumb wherever you think that thumb should go. 3, 2, 1, thumbs! TJ giving a resounding 2 men's of steel thumbs. Jared and I also thumbs up. We like this trailer. We have promise. We want to see it. Listen, are we reaching a point where we don't need any more Superman origin stories? Hell yeah! Well, I'm gonna give this a shot. So let's see what happens. Let us know in the comments below. Was that the most realistic dog exchange you have ever seen in film? Like the video, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. If you want to keep up to date with all the stuff, hit that bell. That bell will increase our automatons, and it'll send you notifications. We will see you in wherever Darkseid comes from, the equivalent of the DC hell. I'm sure DC actually has hell. All right, bye. See ya.